So I'm Albert. I'm Joseph Albert Arbudahim. I'm the current Chief Marketing Officer of L'Oreal Philippines. And currently, L'Oreal Philippines is also the company behind Maybelline, Kerastase, Kiehl's, and a lot more brands. So you have to understand that these terminologies just came about at different times. So first, it was called internet advertising, and the agencies needed to distinguish the internet versus the TV, radio, print. So the TV, radio, print were called offline. They were also called traditional, and then internet was called online. So online is anything when you're connected to the internet and you see an ad, a banner, a search ad, anything wants to go to the internet. That's called online advertising. Now mobile advertising, it started a little bit more as an SMS blast. So as with an SMS, you don't need to go really online, right? So that's mobile advertising. It's all about what are the things you can do on your mobile phone. Mobile advertising also includes like Wi-Fi spots or Bluetooth marketing, right? So things you can get into a mobile phone or via SMS without using the internet. Of course, you can also use the internet or online advertising. So there's a bit of overlap. Now, social media advertising is a subset of online. Social media advertising is a subset of online advertising. Meaning to say, when you go online, there's so many advertising options. Search advertising, video advertising, and then one of them is social media advertising. In the Philippines, we are most familiar with social media posts. Started with Facebook, but then you know also that Twitter and Instagram can also do video, can also do display, and they can even drive to e-commerce ads. So online advertising is social media advertising is a subset of online, right? And then mobile, you can do a lot more. Mobile can do online, it can do Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, SMS. So that's their difference. They just operate, one is a subset, social media, is a subset of online. Mobile is just a device, it can access online and social, but it can also give you Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and SMS. In terms of the players, there are usually three players, three sides every advertising. The first one is the advertiser or the brand or the client. Okay? So of course these ones are the ones with the money, the ones who has the brand or product to sell. Secondly are the agency. These are the creative brand agency, media agency, basically the group of people who does the work for the client. And then third are the publishers, Facebook, the media owners like ABS-CBN, the billboard owners, so the media supplier, you call them. So these are the three agencies that are the key players for the advertising industry. A lot of positions, so meaning to say on the client side, so I'm the Chief Marketing Officer, there's there's marketing directors, then there will be brand heads, then there'll be marketing managers, product managers, media manager, digital manager, comms manager, purchasing manager on the client side or the advertiser. On the agency side, there's a lot. On the creative agency, the one who produces stuff, art directors, copywriters, account directors, creative directors, and business directors. On the media agency part, the one who puts up the ads, you have the media buyer, media planner, media strategist, media director, and account director. So first is the definition of advertising. Advertising is bringing the right message to the right people at the right time. Okay, that's advertising. Now, all of the medium can deliver the message. Okay? So you have, advertising is about message and medium. Online advertising is advertising through a medium via online, right? And then it's just a question of delivering this message. So what can online advertising deliver that the other medium cannot do? Is that the question? Number one is real time. So a lot, like for example, out of home you have to book it way advance, like at the very minimum 2 weeks before. Versus online you can book it like real time. Like I wanna book it now, you can book it. Two is that online advertising is very highly traceable. Like all you know who clicked, who viewed, how many did just skip your ad or just scroll over. So with online advertising, there's a lot of accountability. There's a lot of data that no other medium can provide you. Like TV, you have tabs only, total awareness rating points. Other than that, it's so hard to get data. Very, very effective. So first, number one, you have to understand that every campaign has a certain objective. So the objective, you can say it's categorized under, you've taken AIDA, right? AIDA. Awareness, interest, desire, actions. So, like for example, in Facebook, there are three main categories of objectives. Awareness, then you'll have consideration, and then you'll have conversion. So under awareness, you'll have like reach and frequency objective. Under consideration, you'll have, let's say, drive to website or drive to app and stores. Under conversion, you'll have e-commerce purchases. So there's a lot. And in terms of ROI, our highest return on ad spend is at 27 times. Okay, this is what we did for Maybelline, New York, and we did a campaign for Facebook driving them to Lazada. So meaning to say, if you spend 1 million, it returned 27 million. So the ROI is very high, and you can track because I can track how many purchase and what is the value of the purchase. For L'Oreal Philippines, we use Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and some of them also use Pinterest. So, in terms of the platform, each platform has their own strengths. So, for example, if we want to have like a lot of video tutorials, we would use the social YouTube. Okay, we use this for L'Oreal Paris. And then, if you want to reach a lot of masses, we would use Facebook, because Facebook is free on Globe and on Smart. So we just do a single image post, and then to drive awareness and interest for people to remember, top of mind, when they get to the store. So just know that each of the social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, has their own strength. And I will share with you a table that shows you like, okay, if it's for brand or reach, it's Facebook. If it's about video tutorials, if it's about influencer, you put it into YouTube. If you have long length material like a story, you put it on YouTube. If you have very nice images aesthetically, like let's say you're an airline company, you can play Instagram, right? Especially you can take photo and videos of places that your airline service. So again, it depends on the objective. So let's say if my objective was awareness, the most important metric would be reach and frequency. Reach, how many people saw it, and how many times, because you remember the brand and the story if you've seen it 5 times in 1 month. So the KPI for awareness campaign is reach and frequency. If it's consideration campaign, let's say like, oh, just in case you're gonna buy, I hope you have me top of mind. Or let's say like, hey, I have this nice app, would you want to install it? So consideration, there's app installs, download now, app installs. There's also website traffic, ads, and then there's conversion campaign. Those like 50% off, buy now. So then that would, if it's 50% off, it's a conversion campaign. Then my key metric is sales. How many sales did I get? If it's consideration, how many visitors to my website did I have? How many web app downloads to their app, because app download is just consideration. Like maybe I like your app, so maybe I'll download it, right? But that's still consideration. Until they buy, that's conversion. Current status of the field, there's a lot of shifting from traditional media to online advertising. So, like for example, for L'Oreal, we are 80% already digital advertising, meaning say it's online, it's mobile, it's social media, there's even search ads. 80% of our media budget goes there. And then only 20% goes to TV and out of home. So the landscape is really shifting towards digital because people want to have more accountability and more tracking in terms of the return on investment. Working under these conditions has been really good. Why? Because there's, for example, one of our campaign has 27 times ROAS. We put in more money, we get 18 times. Right? So it went down, but it's still a lot of return on ad spend. You put in 1 million, you get 18 million sales. So my experience has been really good because it's more of an intelligent media planning and buying rather than you're guessing. Like you don't know. I split my money to print, to radio, and to TV, and then I got this much sales. I don't really know which one was working. But with online, mobile, and social, you know what exactly works. We have Nielsen subscriptions, we have Kantar, so we have a lot of market research agencies. We spend a lot of our money for market research and market data. So like reporting directly to me is our group, CMI, Corporate Market Intelligence Manager, and she takes care about all of this, like trends, updates, what's happening, where is it moving, what is our market share, how is our competitor doing, how is the category going, how is the market growing. So we have a lot of data. So the same market research, but also at the same time we partner with Facebook, Google, Globe. We partner with technology providers, technology suppliers, to make sure we're always at the forefront. Because the last thing you want to happen is that your competitor is using it, but you're not. Right? Then that gives them an advantage over you, which is not, okay in terms of marketing. And then we also have a discipline wherein we allocate a certain percentage of our budget for test and learn. Test and learn is we've never done it before, but we want to test it just in case it actually works. So we have done a lot of test and learn like iFlix. We tested like putting ads on iFlix, putting ads on like mobile apps, putting ads on like certain things.